What's up, you guys? Welcome back and welcome if you're new. In today's video, we're going to be talking about my brand new CBI Offroad Rock Sliders, and at the end of the video, I'm going to go ahead and show you a couple of other CBI Offroad and Prinsu products that I do have on my Tacoma, just in case you guys are curious and do end up wanting to go ahead and purchase it. This video is going to be for you, and if you do want to purchase it, it's going to be in the description box below, so go check that out and buy yours. Let's get into the video. Alright, you guys, so as you guys probably know, if you guys were following me on Instagram, you know I recently went to CBI Offroad and picked up some brand new rock sliders from them. So I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit about them. If you want to buy them, description box below. At the end of the video, we'll talk a little bit more about the rest of the products that I do have from them as well. I did need a little facelift on my rock sliders, and what I ended up landing with is CBI Offroad. As you guys probably already do know by now, I love their products overall. I have them all over my truck, so why not just add some rock sliders from them? So what we do have right here is going to be their rock sliders. The cool thing about these bad boys right here is it does come in different options. There's going to be, I believe, two different types, one's stronger than the other, which is pretty awesome. So depending, of course, what kind of rock sliders you need, if you guys do go extreme rock crawling and stuff like that, you probably want to get the upgraded versions versus like the other normal standard ones. Another cool thing about these rock sliders, depending on your style, if you guys do want the kick out or not, as you guys can tell, basically the kick out is going to be right here. I got the kick out personally because I had them on my last set, and this actually does help out. I've used it many times on the previous set, so I'm going to use them on this one. Basically, just in case you don't know, what the kick out does is, say you're coming around a boulder or something like that, it's in the name, kicks you out, so that way you don't hit your back fender there or smash into your tire. As far as for me, how my tire kind of pokes out a little bit more, it would have smashed into it. So having this just kind of protects everything back there, and it'll kick you around the rock. So if I was you guys, I'd highly recommend you get it. Just add the kick out. It's not that much more. Another cool thing you guys can do is you guys can have the option to either get them just powder coated, which is the option that I went with. That way I don't have to worry about painting them or anything like that. Or you could get them unpowder coated, and then you just take it to your paint supplier or powder coater, whoever you want, to paint yours. For me, I didn't want to deal with it. I would also choose that option if you're lazy sometimes, just like I am. I'm not gonna lie. So I got them powder coated through them, and I know they use top quality powder coat, so it's best to just, you know, get it done through them, especially if you don't know anybody else that does it. Another cool thing that you can add, that maybe you guys can see it, if not I'll get a close-up, I added the top plates here. So the cool thing with the top plate, this kind of also adds, if you're short like me maybe, or even shorter, this adds more of a step. So you're gonna also get the rock slider, and then you'll get the top plates all the way through, and you can also use it as a step, like I said. So having these plates here, it adds that protection, whether it's, you know, raining outside and you just want to step on there, or if you have short people just like me, it helps kind of just drop down from the truck, especially if your truck is pretty tall like mine is. And then of course back here, it just really helps out, especially having the kick out, because it brings it out a lot more. It helps out to be able to just kind of come up here, get on your roof, or make it a step just like this, and then you can climb up all the way onto your roof if you wanted to. It's a Prinsu roof rack, so you know it can hold a lot of weight. I've done it many times. I've had a bunch of people on my truck on my Prinsu roof rack, especially for the Overland Expo event. If you guys do remember that, there was a bunch of people up there, no problem. So talking a little bit about it, I know somebody's gonna ask me if I've tested them out yet. I slightly tested them. I've only kissed them, I'll be honest with you guys, right about right here underneath. It's slightly scraped. I haven't tested them as far as like the crazy trails that I've done, but of course we are going to, and I'll keep you guys updated on that, just in case you guys are curious of how strong these things are. I know they're going to be strong because all their other products are, so I'm not worried, but I could let you guys know in the future what I think of them or not. We just installed them literally like 2-3 days ago. I'm on a long road trip. Let's go ahead and now move on to the next CBI Offroad and Prinsu products that I do have, just so you guys kind of get an idea if you guys were wondering on what style bumpers I have, what style so-and-so I have. So if you guys do look right here on the roof, this whole thing that I do have up here is actually a Prinsu roof rack cab rack with a light bar cutout. And if you guys see the topography up here up front, that I also got from Prinsu Designs. You can add that as an add-on with your roof rack. And then another thing you can do is if you see this rubber that goes from here all the way to the other side, that's wind noise reduction. That you can also add when you buy your Prinsu roof rack. Overall, this thing has been awesome. I've had it on my last Tacoma. I have it on this Tacoma. It's cool because it's super modular. You can add your awning like this. On the other side, I have a shower tent. Up top, I have my Rome Adventure boxes. And then I have some traction boards if I ever get stuck. And it's cool. I mean, like I had told you guys previously when we went to Overland Expo West, a couple of the CBI Offroad guys and a couple other guys, including myself, were up there. If you guys enjoy the prizes that you guys win, and I hope you guys can, yeah, let's do it. Woo!
That lady right there. Woo!
King again. This thing is freaking strong. So I'd recommend that if you guys are looking into a roof rack, go ahead and go with Prinsu Designs. So if we do walk up right here up front, you are gonna notice an awesome looking bumper, which is a little bit different style than what other people go with. So it may look heavy to you guys on camera, but it's actually not that bad. And another cool thing that CBI Offroad does offer is you guys can either go with an aluminum option or you guys can go with a steel option. Of course, if you go with the steel, I believe it's a little cheaper, but it is a lot heavier, so that's up to you guys. I ended up going with the aluminum version only because I got the full bull bar up here up top, as you guys can tell. And overall, I mean, I've used my winch a couple times already and there's no problem with it. I haven't noticed any bends, and I've hit it on that side, I believe it was, and it hasn't bent or anything like that. So I'm pretty satisfied with this bumper overall. And up here up front, you're gonna notice there is a cutout. That is gonna be for a 20-inch light bar cutout. So if you guys are interested in that, comes with it. Another cool option that CBI Offroad does offer is you could either get it with a mid bar right here. It's a little bit lower, I believe, and just like a mid bar. Another thing you can do, I believe, is go without it. And they also offer other options as well. They recently came out with like a hybrid version, which is more of just like tubing all the way around. They have covert bumpers, which is the covert bumper. You can keep your stock bumper, and then it's just like a little metal piece that goes right up front right here. That way you could at least add a winch to a stock bumper. So if you guys don't want something full like this, you can probably go that option, and they're actually really affordable. So the reason I ended up going with this option, just in case you guys are curious, a lot of people don't have this option, so I wanted to be a little bit different. I didn't want to go with the crowd. I wanted to kind of stand out. And not only that, in my personal opinion, I think this looks freaking awesome. It adds a lot more aggressiveness to the truck. Another thing too is this actually does protect it. As far as for me, which I'll show you guys in a minute, I have crashed it back here. Not literally crashed it, but I've hit it in rocks going off-road, and all it did was scrape it. It didn't bend it or nothing like that. Still seems pretty solid to me, and it didn't break my headlights. I believe without having this, my headlights would have been broken. If you guys know anything about these headlights, you know they're not cheap at all. So that would have been sad if that would have happened to me. And then right here, of course, it's gonna protect up front, or in case of a crash, you know, you don't want that to happen, but this is going to be pretty strong. So let's move on to the back, and I'll show you guys another product that I do have. One thing I did want to let you guys know, I am going to make a build walk around video. I know I've been lagging on it, but it's going to be coming. I'll go more in depth in all the products. Right now it's just kind of walking you guys through it, just in case some of you guys were curious, because I know I've gotten a couple questions asked of what I have exactly. So back here is going to be the CBI Offroad high clearance with the dual swing outs, dual camp kitchen tables, and the jerry can setup here. Cool thing about this is it's super high clearance. That steel bumper is actually really strong. That I have hit it plenty of times, and it has not even bent, nothing like that. It does have pretty deep scrapes, I'm not gonna lie, but it's held its place, including the doors. They've been in place, nothing's happened. I do get worried a little bit sometimes that I'm gonna end up scraping here one day from like going at a weird angle, but it doesn't bother me. Cool thing I can carry is 10 gallons here. Right here on the side, you can also carry a high lift jack. I don't use a high lift jack because I have a Pro Ego jack, so I prefer that one over these things, but it's cool that it has the option. And if you don't want to carry jerry cans like this, you can also get the setup for roto packs. So that's a cool thing about these CBI Offroad bumpers. And then of course it's carrying my full-size 35-inch tire, and there's no problem with weight or anything like that. This company also offers many different bumpers. So they offer one that kind of looks like your stock bumper but metal, and then they also offer other styles or if you just want one swing out or you want no swing outs. They have a lot of options as far as rear bumpers, so check them out for that. Another thing you're going to notice right here is where my tent is sitting, which is from TacomaBeast.com. This is actually a CBI Offroad Adventure Series, I believe it's cab height bed rack. This thing is also super modular. So one thing you do want to take note on CBI Offroad and Prinsu products, they're super modular. A lot of things can go onto them. For example, I have my traction boards here, but I can mount rotopacks. I can mount so much more. I have some lights right there for my chase lights. Inside I do have, you're not gonna be able to see it because I have a mess right now since we're traveling, but inside I have my recovery bag from Dead Man Off-Road, and you can add a whole bunch of things. There's holes everywhere, all through the inside, outside, so you can put stuff. Right here you can actually add an awning if you wanted to. I may switch out my awning and bring it over here just to kind of add more shade here, and then I may add another awning back here and take out my lights just so there's a full coverage of lighting back here, which will be awesome when I'm camping. So that's one thing I also recommend. I will tell you though, it is a little bit on the heavier side, but that just shows you how much good quality this thing is. It's not going to bend no matter what your tent weighs. And if you're a bigger dude, I mean, this is probably something you want to go with, just so that way you know you're going to be safe at night and this thing ain't going to cave in on you. So one last thing that I do have from CBI Off-Road, let's move on back to the front. The last thing that I'm going to show you guys in this video is going to be my CBI Off-Road full skids. So they go from the front to the back, and I also have the gas tank skid as well, way in the back. I did want to show you guys this because, as you guys can tell, I actually do use them. They're not just to sit pretty. They've been smashed a lot. I've hit a bunch of trails with them already. I know I recently got them, but they've been abused already, and as you guys can tell, it is taking the beating. And cool thing about these front skids here is they have a plate right there, so when you are changing out your oil, it's easy access for you to go ahead and unscrew your oil filter and change that out. So that's awesome. I know other companies don't offer that, so I thought that was cool of them to offer it, and I love the product overall. You can also choose the option to get them in black. As far as for me, as you guys can tell, I have lower control arms skids that are in gray, so I just kind of wanted everything to match, so it looks freaking awesome down there. And let's face it, it makes for good Instagram pictures, I'm not gonna lie. It just looks great, and it stands out a lot more than just getting normal black. So that's what it is, man. So if you guys do want to get it, make sure to check that description box out. All right, you guys, so I hope you enjoyed that video. If you guys do want to purchase any of these products, make sure to check out the description box below. Every purchase does actually help out. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Go ahead and check that out. Even if you guys just browse their website, go ahead and do it. They have a lot more products, not only what I'm showing, trust me. So if you guys don't like the look of my truck, it's fine, but go check them out because they offer so many different looks as far as bumpers, rear bumpers, skid plates, everything like that. You can get different type of bed racks as well. If you guys are into like just the normal skinny ones, you know, with 2 bars coming across, you can get that. If you're into like a taller one, because I believe they offer a taller one, which is cab right height, you could do that. So go ahead and check them out. Check out all their products. I support CBI Offroad and Prinsu. As you guys can probably tell, we're all geared up with their stuff. So go check them out. Check out their Instagram, and they also have a YouTube channel that they're trying to up and coming on that. So check them out. That'll be in the description as well. If you guys did like today's video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you guys on the next one. Peace. Yay!
JesseRizo is here for you. It's here for you. Like I said, it's super simple. Please feel free to subscribe.